We're back. Stu and Dave Do America presents The Michigan Way.
I am going to be working on our behalf. I am going to be telling the stories on our behalf. And you better believe I'm going to be doing it with a little bit of joy, a little bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of energy, and a little bit of stick it to them. Because that's the Michigan way.
Yeah. Woo.
Fat gal in a little coat. Fat gal in a little coat. Michigan, what's happening to us?
I have 100 questions about this clip because honestly, I try not to cross the streams too much between what we do at Predictable and what we do here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we talk about that crosses the boundary there.
Sure.
But this is like research I'm doing for this market. And I have 100 questions for you about this because you're from Michigan, grew up in Michigan.
Correct.
You've lived in Michigan most of your life, if not all of it, or close to all of it.
Yes.
Is what she's doing there a normal Michigan accent of some sort? Is that something that you've heard all the time? Is it a common thing that a normal person who lives in Michigan is like, oh, that sounds like a normal human being?
It is, depending on what part you're in.
Okay.
We do border Canada. So there is a thing where you're like, I go to Myers, I drive a Ford, I work at Ford's, you add an S. So there is this sort of thing where you sound a little bit, like if you're more from the north, you do sound a little bit like that. Like you could be from Wisconsin, or if you're a Youper, but it sounds like it's more like an Upper Peninsula accent.
Upper Peninsula accent. This is a known thing. Like, is it turned up to 11? With her?
It is turned up to 11. It's not quite the fake AOC accent she put on the other day, but this is definitely turned up quite a bit. But yeah, there is for some reason that voice does resonate a little. It's too much. It's way too much.
It's too much.
But it does exist.
It's like I was born in New York. I grew up in Connecticut. I had I was around Boston all the time. Lots of weird accents all over that area. I was used to them, and you become used to them, right, over time. And candidates, oftentimes, like if they will almost seem more authentic, if you will.
Yes.
If they sound like a normal person talks. But I watched the debate with her and El Sayed is her opponent in this race. I watched.
Exciting.
It was, first of all, terrible. Neither one of them are good.
I know.
It was, to me, entirely distracting to the point of absurdity, because it's not just that clip you just watched. It was an hour straight of her talking like almost like a cartoon character to me.
Yes, Charlie LaDuff and I were playing it on his show the other day and pointing out that she is Matt Foley, and that's the problem. And she's just it's too much. And the way that she is over the top and the way that she talks is like, that's the Michigan way. We're going to go out there. We're going to fight. We're going to take people out. We're going to do what we do, which is all meaningless.
Right. Yes.
Nothing means anything. And the voice is, even as a Michigander, very distracting. It sounds like a rube, and there's no other way for me to describe that voice.
And what you're doing sounds like a normal Michigan. I mean, I know a lot of people from Michigan.
Sure.
That sounds like a normal, I've heard that accent before. What she's doing is something totally different. And I don't know, I think it's very, I texted another friend of mine who lives in Michigan and asked the same question, because this is legitimately research I'm doing for this market, because I want to understand, because I thought, well, he's a clear socialist and a terrible guy and a terrible candidate for El Sayed. He comes off quite clearly as the better candidate. Right, in a Mamdani way, right? The policies are terrible,
right?
But he comes off much more smooth and convincing, and not a cartoon character because of the voice. And he said it was just like a super nasally version of some sort of Michigan accent.
It's a version, yeah, because you have the Chicago like Dennis Farina, so it's like a mix of that. And then she's just over the top there, like too much of this. And that's the problem, is once you get here, you can't take it serious, you know?
Yeah.
So anything she says You don't. There's a lot of kids dying now. So you can't. No matter what you say, you're just going to laugh at how bad the voice is.
And I say this, by the way, as a person who listens to probably 100 Blue Jays games a year with a Canadian broadcast team that says Mazda when they're doing Mazda commercials.
Yes.
So I am familiar with that.
Infuriating.
Version.
Infuriating.
It is infuriating.
Drive a Mazda Protege.
Yeah. It is. It's
It's a fine automobile.
Yes.
A Budamobile.
That's basically how it sounds. So I'm familiar with this, but I had to get your expertise on this because I don't understand it. I got to say, I don't understand it.
It's either amped up and she's doing it on purpose or she's had a head injury. Yeah. One or the other.
One of the two. All right. On that note, let's do an even more positive topic. The American Poo-a-Palooza. Welcome to Stu and Dave Do America. I'm Stu Bergier, along with Dave Landau.
Ahoy, we meet again.
We do. We have a big week set up for this week.
We do.
I don't know. Do we preview guests on the show, or do we surprise them?
Maybe we surprise them.
I don't know. I feel like maybe telling them about it, and then they're more likely to tune in.
I feel like if we tell them, they don't show up.
Oh, yeah.
So especially with the way travel is these days.
Look, I think we just say it. Donald Trump on the show tomorrow.
Yep.
And then
see if he makes it.
And then Tom Cruise Wednesday.
JD Vance Thursday. Yep. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that all works out.
Yeah, we'll just say, we'll cross our fingers. Now, we actually...
It's going to be great. There's going to be 50 assassins outside now because they took it seriously.
I know, as opposed to the 40 that are here when Glenn shows up.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So I had a travel nightmare coming back from vacation. I was away for the week, and we left Saturday. We left the house. We were at Saturday at like 11 a.m., and we got in this morning at 1 a.m. It's Monday. At 1 a.m. we landed in Texas. It was a very long, arduous journey.
Where were you?
Up in Massachusetts.
Okay, what part?
Nantucket.
Was there a guy there?
Was there a guy there?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. In fact, I will say the shirts all over the place. I am the guy from Nantucket. It's very common. When you go downtown, they have or into town, I suppose, they have all the little swag shops.
Yeah.
And every single one of them has on display, I am the guy from Nantucket. That is a thing. So
Find me wearing that shirt and be like, prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it right now.
It's funny because it's a pretty classy town.
Yeah, it is.
You wouldn't think walking through it, you'd see a lot of references to that particular, rhyme? Limerick?
Yes, limerick. You could call it rhyme, truth.
Yeah, right. Maybe it is.
Hard truth.
Yes, it is.
Whatever you want to call it.
Very strange. By the way, you have had plenty of travel
yes.
yourself over the years because you're constantly in the air flying from place to place. Can you give us some of your tour dates? You got a bunch coming up.
I certainly can. This weekend, Saturday night, Farwell, Michigan. You can come out.
The big one.
This is a big one. It's me, Ted Nugent, Michael Loftus, Scott Page from Pink Floyd, as well as Supertramp. Come out to that show. August 7th, Albuquerque, New Mexico, at Hyenas. August 26th, Honolulu, Michigan. That's Blue Note. Or what did I say? Michigan.
You did say the Honolulu, Michigan is nice.
I think because we were just talking about Michigan, and then I just brain farted. Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh wow, that's
actually where I'm going to be at Blue Note. The weekend before that, which I forgot to put down, I'm going to be in Arizona.
Oh wow, okay.
And that's going to be in Glendale, right outside. I don't know where. Just go to davelandau.com. Yeah. I don't even care anymore. All right.
There you go. So go to davelandau.com, get your tickets.
Honolulu, Michigan.
I was going to say Honolulu, Michigan does not sound as nice as Honolulu, Hawaii. I was going to bring that up, but then I thought I've already pissed off many people in Michigan today for making fun of their accent.
No,
not because of that.
We know.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. As a New Yorker, like I used to say Clinton all the time because I was in Connecticut, and that's how people say it. Clinton. And I used to say it like that, like annoyingly. And then the president of the United States became Bill Clinton. And I realized if I was going to be a broadcaster, I needed to learn how to say words correctly. So we're all there.
Mine was rough.
Rough. Yeah.
Like we got to go up on the roof.
On the roof.
But then I had to learn to say roof because I was on Anthony Cumia's show and he was like, "What did you just say? Like you're barking?" I was like, "What? Like I need new shingles for my roof."
Oh,
and apparently it's roof. And it took me a while.
Oh God,
to shake that.
Being in front of Anthony Cumia on a day-to-day basis, he could just pick you apart like a surgeon.
It hurts
in the best way possible, a really funny way.
I still have to work on crayon.
Yeah.
Because
crayon.
People say crayon where
crayon.
I'm from.
I actually would probably say crayon when I was younger too, and I had
crayon.
To learn crayon. Crayon is a different thing. Crayon is like short for cranberry.
Exactly. That was
Okay.
Michael Malice who corrected me. He's like, he's
another one.
Yeah, he's
again sitting across from Michael on a day-to-day basis.
Not
very
fun.
difficult.
He's like, "What did you just
He's
say?"
too smart.
Why would you draw with a crayon?
Yeah.
Like crayon? But who says crayon?
The English
now.
language. Yes, it's the English language.
I always thought it was a one-syllable word.
I kind of did too.
Until I was 35.
That's not that far off, honestly. No. Probably they're around the same age. By the way, I should mention as well, BlazeTV.com. You'll go there, join us. This is, by the way, we've only gotten to the part where we tease the website that we're on. BlazeTV.com. Go there, subscribe, use the code Stu and Dave, get $20 back from your purchase price because we're awesome and nice and we're taking the $20 right out of the coffers and giving it back to you. It's us doing it. It's not the company.
Physically.
We are physically going up to the cash register. There's one upstairs. When you sign up, cash goes into the register. We take the 20 out. We mail it to you. That's basically how it works.
That's right.
It'll show up digitally. But, you'll get it. Okay. Let's talk about poop. Obviously, from that transition. Iceberg lettuce recalled in 27 states due to potential, Cyclospora contamination. Have you said this word out loud yet, Dave?
Cyclospora.
Very nice.
Cyclospora.
Yeah. That's the way I said it. I don't know if it's right, but that's the way I said it.
That's how I say it. I have no idea.
Okay.
I also don't worry too much about lettuce.
No.
It's not big on my menu, but trust me, I did have plenty of diarrhea last week for whatever reason. And probably just my normal diet. Not to share that with the world.
No, you wanted to keep that secret. That's why you said it on the show.
I think it was something.
Oh, you think you hit it?
I did. My aunt got hospitalized in Michigan from this.
Really?
She did.
And that was confirmed?
It was confirmed it was whatever this was.
So the deal is this is real.
Yes.
This really did happen. Like for example, during my travel nightmare, after a good 5 hours at the airport, we got on the plane. They kicked us off the plane. Then they kicked us out of security to the outside area, and they had one restaurant there. And we went to the restaurant because, it's nice. Those little small airports are great to travel through because the security is really fast, and there's, you show up 45 minutes before the flight, and you easily make it. It's great.
If you're going to blow up a plane, it's the way to go. They're real willy-nilly.
Fantastic target environment.
Yeah.
But the problem, of course, is the airports are tiny airports. There's not a lot going on. So when you're in an airport like that for 9 hours, as opposed to we were also in Philly for a while. Philly, there's 9 million places. There's cheesesteak restaurants. There's, for me, Eagles stores. There's all sorts of things. There's nothing in this airport except one restaurant. And we went to the restaurant, and the guy came up. He's like, it's going to be, it's everybody's here. There's 25, 30-minute wait. We went through the whole thing. And he comes out, and I also got to tell you, absolutely no salads. I actually audibly laughed as if he would think that I would order one of them, right? I was on the verge of the Caesar. But I honestly didn't put it together that he was talking about it because of the lettuce thing. I thought he was just saying, I thought he was mocking me.
Storm out Hudson News. You're like, I'll have cheese.
I thought he was legitimately, when he said it, I thought he was mocking me for being a guy who obviously wouldn't order a salad.
It's like, don't...
by the way, no salad. Sorry about that. Right, fatso?
Right?
That's what I thought was happening.
It's a dick's last resort. Yeah. Why is it the only place here?
It's strange.
Yeah, bad news for you.
But legitimately, my daughter, who's healthy and stuff, I tried to order a salad, and they really said no. And I was like, oh, that wasn't even a joke. That was real. They didn't have any lettuce. They couldn't make any salads whatsoever. And it goes to this whatever Cyclospora stuff, this parasitic outbreak. It's linked to Taylor Farms lettuce supplied to Taco Bell. Now that's when I start waking up, because when you're screwing with Taco Bell, I'm not happy.
No,
80% of my diet.
I mean, not to go to the obvious joke,
Yes.
but getting diarrhea from Taco Bell how are you going to know?
Right. Actually, this guy, Greg, tweeted basically this exact same thing. How do I know if I have regular Taco Bell diarrhea or parasite Taco Bell diarrhea?
Right. It's just...
That's the next one. But it's an amazing thing because of the jokes, I guess.
Well, I was driving yesterday. I went to the car wash, and then I saw like 5 people, at least 5-6 people in line at Taco Bell. This is like 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
But like, do you not watch the news? Like just the audacity.
Like it's that important to you that like I don't care. I'm powering through whatever this is.
Well, no one's drunk.
Right.
Like, what are you doing at Taco Bell at 5 p.m. when every other option's open? I'm not saying that you have to be drunk to eat it. I eat it all the time, not drunk. But if there's poison in it for sure, or there's a good chance of it, you have to be at least drunk, right?
Well, yeah, I suppose. I mean, I think it's very easy to go through a Taco Bell experience without getting even close to lettuce. I mean, I like lettuce on a lot of the stuff there, but I can totally do it without the lettuce.
I'm fine. I don't put lettuce on a quesadilla.
Right.
Not a monster.
It's like it wouldn't. The lettuce would get wilted as it's being cooked. You don't want that. If you're going to do lettuce like on a a supreme taco, for example.
Yes.
You're going to put it on top. It's going to be nice, cool, and on the top and hot on the bottom. Like, that's a good...
You really just want the sour cream, though. You don't even care if they put tomatoes and lettuce on it.
No.
Do you ever notice, too, all this stuff is healthy food?
That comes down with this.
It
Usually
kills
that's
you.
True.
Yeah, it's never like, that box cereal you have?
Yeah.
It's going to wipe you out. It's never that.
It's never that.
It's never the thing that has a shelf life of 28 years.
Now,
it's always something...
It's true.
Like lettuce or an avocado.
Now, I will say there will be people, that I don't want to hear from in our audience that will be like, whoa, what about blah, blah, blah? This is terrible for you. This ingredient in that cereal is killing you or whatever.
Well,
first of all, I'm still alive. I've eaten nonstop chemicals my entire life. Yes. But secondly, it part of that is like it's capitalism, right? They're making this food in a way that avoids those problems because they want their people to be alive, generally speaking. It's a lot harder to control a bunch of stuff made outdoors in a field where animals are crawling across it.
Right.
And God only knows what's happening to it. So what we're saying here is to be healthy, stay away from vegetables.
Yeah, when the only animal you have to worry about is the cartoon on the box.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's good for you. You're going to be fine.
Look, it's a little alternative way of thinking here.
The toucan Sam and the honeygrams bear.
When was the last time you ate something that toucan Sam brought you and made you sick? Never.
Never. I mean, unless you count diabetes and people that go blind at 12.
Look, I'm talking about short-term illnesses here, Dave, not long-term.
They don't care if you die young. They just want you to die immediately.
Yes,
and I think that's a fine program.
I think so, too.
But I'm like you. Most of my diet I don't even know is technically food.
Right. And that's how you get to look like Dave and I, like the examples, perfect examples of physical prowess.
Yes, 2 weeks ago I looked younger. Mm-hmm. It just depends.
It's the way it works.
Depends on the day.
Okay. Taco Bell, by the way, is pissed off about this. They're like, what do you mean? It's not us. They say, hey, this is what they tweeted. We want you to hear it from us. We take your health and safety seriously. We've removed all affected Taylor Farms lettuce from Taco Bell stores. So go ahead and enjoy your Taco Bell today. You always got us. We always got you. See you in the drive-thru. Okay. Well, first of all, that's way more than I needed. They didn't even have to tell me it was okay for me to believe them. I believe everything Taco Bell tells me because they're a legitimate source of authority in my life. They tell me what I need to do to get through the day-to-day. Hey, we got a new product. You need to come try it. I listen to that advice.
Yes. Do you remember when they said that Taco Bell had a lower grade beef than dog food?
Yeah, well.
And my response was like, right.
And
your point?
Yeah. Whatever grade it is the grade I want.
Yeah, I'm not giving it to my dog, am I?
Right.
I'm eating it. So who cares?
Now, Dave, we are occasionally, you may have noticed on this program, critical of the government. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed this before. It's a little bit of a trend. Occasionally, we're critical of the government. I got to say, this is a terrible job, though. Listen to this. FDA is now walking back the claim that Taco Bell lettuce supplier Taylor Farms was a source of the explosive diarrhea parasite. Taylor Farms, again, this is a company trying to bring food to your table. They basically said they were causing explosive diarrhea and then said, oops, it's our fault. It was a false positive. on the test. This is what they said. Taylor Farms says, today the FDA apologized to us. They informed Taylor Fresh Foods, one of its iceberg lettuce products from central Mexico, had a confirmed positive test of Cyclospora. Today we were informed that the FDA made a mistake. This was a false positive. To be clear, at this moment, FDA has not identified a single positive product test result for Cyclospora. Acting on initial information provided by health officials and an abundance of caution, we completed a voluntary recall of iceberg lettuce from central Mexico. Recalled product was limited to iceberg lettuce grown and processed there. All other Taylor Farms products, including all Taylor Farms brand products, are not involved in the recall. It's just such a warm statement from a corporation.
Yes.
Our thoughts remain with everyone who's have fallen ill and just sitting on the toilet reading this on their phones. We are committed to working blah, 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 blah with public authorities. But like, basically, they didn't even have this information. They sunk probably the stock of Taylor Farms, if they have one, they and Taco Bell and probably 10 other places.
Right, which is why I bought it. But
Yeah.
But they did have central Mexican lettuce using Mexican water and Taco Bell. I mean, was it really a false positive for diarrhea? I mean, it's probably 10 out of 10 people. I mean,
it's the explosive part. That's the problem.
Well,
you expect a certain amount of discomfort.
When
you
is
eat these
diarrhea
products.
not explosive? When do you have?
It's a mild form. When
Not
you
for
go to
anybody
Taco
who's
Bell.
eating. When is it like? It was very calm diarrhea.
Well, I would say, Dave, because I, as a Taco Bell connoisseur, have built up an immunity like iocane powder to whatever is in their food. I feel like I can get through a couple. I can go eat there comfortably.
I've had to wash my back. Like, how have you been like, nobody's ever been like, how did you get to the top of the lid? It's why, like, yeah, I can't imagine. I'm surprised, honestly. I'm surprised that I haven't woken up on the floor after things I've seen. So there's not. I'm just saying, like, it's not to be gross, ladies.
Oh, glad. I'm glad you covered that.
Yeah,
I think there were a couple of people who were thinking this might not be the most appetizing.
Everybody's been there, though.
Everyone's had their moments.
Yeah, I've had to go to the hospital and be like, listen, I'm gonna need an IV. For sure.
Because
I've drank 80 Pedialytes and it's not helping.
No.
And they're never like, it's cyclocloniosis. They're just like, you should fix yourself.
You should you should improve your life in multiple ways. And then they help you out with
the interior of Elvis.
Then they give you the hospital food and everything's fine.
Yeah.
That's the cure.
That's how you know what you eat is fine. When they bring you hospital food and it is the same stuff you eat at the store, just worse.
Exactly. This is the place that's supposed to make you safe and healthy. Yeah. And they're bringing you the same foods, except way worse. Like they don't taste good.
It's what the prison gets. Mm-hmm. Like, here you go. Here's your milk and old muffin. Mm-hmm. And like, this is nice.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
This is gonna.
All right. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily the most appetizing way to start a week.
No, I'm sorry, but I don't want anybody to be grossed out. Of course.
See, that's great. I'm glad when you say it like that. Now their stomachs are no longer turning.
Yes, but I'm just saying, if you do have that explosive kind, the word explosive
it's key.
Is key.
Descriptive.
Yeah, is definitely explosive is just a funny word.
It is. It's a funny word. It's a great adjective
for something coming out of your body. Yeah. It was an explosion.
Literal explosion.
Yeah, it's just. It's like just Danny Glover and the Weapon 2.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not positive.
Hold my hand, Riggs.
Okay.
Taco Bell.
It was, I will say, we had a week off. There were some big developments in the news. They weren't all Taco Bell related, though. I mean, we could do the whole show on Taco Bell, clearly. There was also a big soccer tournament. I don't know if you noticed this. The World Cup is over, and I, for one, am thankful. We'll talk about that next. One of the best things you could do for your house is plant a few trees. It's big for your yard and for the surroundings. They give you shade. They give you privacy. They can boost your curb appeal, which is very nice. And they make you, actually feel like your yard is finished, like it's a finished product, right? You ever go to somebody's house and they have a really nice house and they have this big yard and then there's just no like no vegetation at all. It happens
weird.
in Texas all the time.
No, it does happen in Texas a lot. You have to have a tree. You have to have shade.
Yeah, throw up one. Just throw. Start with one.
Or it's bizarre.
It is bizarre.
It looks too, I don't know, industrial.
Yeah, industrial, like you're just like in the middle of a desert or something. It's
Right.
It's not.
You just see power lines and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah. Why is there a high voltage line running through your home?
Yeah, it's weird.
The fast growing trees people are the best at this because they'll help you find the right trees and plants for your specific growing zone, and then they ship them right to your door. So nice and easy. You don't get the back of your car filled with dirt or whatever. You're taking it home from one of the big box stores. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of the process, so you can spend less time planning, more time enjoying your yard for years to come. They've got great deals on planting essentials, up to half off on select plants right now. And listeners to this particular program get 20% off when their first purchase when you use the code Stu and Dave. So use that. Save the 20%. Why wouldn't you? 20% off better plants, better growing at fastgrowingtrees.com. Use the code Stu and Dave at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com. Code is Stu and Dave. Now is the perfect time to plant. Let's grow together. Use the code Stu and Dave and save today. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply. Well, congratulations to Spain. We just love our friends in Spain, and they won the World Cup, and I'm very excited about it, Dave. How about yourself?
I couldn't be happier. Also, a score of a riveting 1-0.
Now,
That's one
goal scored.
Yes.
The much more, I think, important thing to point out than the score, because every soccer match is basically 1-0. The fact that Argentina, with the greatest soccer player of all time,
Correct.
plus a lot of other, I would assume, very good players.
Yes. Well, many of them were German. They did come from a superior race and
did.
hide there. So, I mean, I imagine they have a very good team as they were designed.
You would think,
Yes.
right? Designed in a lab,
Yep.
in a way,
By
by
Mangala.
Joseph Goebbels.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, him too.
Mangala.
Yeah, either one.
No, Mangala's the better reference. You're right. I want to just make sure I want you to understand this is real, because you might say to yourself, I love those. I love the drama of the World Cup. A lot of people were watching it. I was at a sports bar while it was going on. People were there. They were into it. What I want to make sure you understand, okay, is that it's impossible to deny there's drama at an event like this. You have people who are dedicating their life to doing one thing. They have one chance to do it every 4 years, and it comes down to one game, one goal, right? So is there drama associated with this event? Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
It's the national sport for all these countries. They really care. Do we care? But they really care.
Yes.
All of that being said, a sport that can go with one of the two best teams in the world and the best player that's ever played, and cannot get one shot for 97 minutes, is a sport that has massive structural problems that need to be fixed.
That's correct. Well, they do say the best offense is a good defense.
I guess that's kind of true.
And that proves it for way too long.
For way too long. And by the way, Spain had, I think, 20 shots at that point, and then 0 goals until they finally scored the goals, something like 20.
And then there wasn't there some shots made, but then something happened?
Yeah, I think 2 goals.
It was like a penalty.
Were penalized, were because of penalties taken away, which happens, I don't know, 65% of all goals get reversed seemingly because of offsides or some other dumb thing that happened. Somebody's foot got stepped. Literally, in this case, somebody's foot was stepped on. That is what happened.
Well, you're playing football to them.
Yes.
You're going to step on feet.
But, Dave,
Keep the score up.
97 minutes, 0 shots. 0 shots. Not goals. Not even shots on goal. Like, you might say they took a bunch of shots, but they missed every time, and it wasn't on the goal, had no chance of going in. Not shots on goal. 0 shots for 97 plus minutes. It is a massive problem that the sport has to fix.
It's hacky
sack.
It's hacky sack.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's kicking around a ball. Well, without the skill of hacky sack.
Right.
You're just kicking it at each other.
Yeah. Well, Dave, to that point, I'm watching this, and we went from sports bar for the beginning of it, and I was in the background, I was talking, but I wasn't really watching closely. And then we left around the end of regulation, and we were walking around a store, and it was on in the store, so I'm watching it. And at one point, they flashed. I'm just amazed that there's no freaking shots. I mean, no shots.
Yes.
0 shots. That's a real stat. And they're going through this, and then they show at the bottom passes completed. Spain had completed 734 passes. 734 passes. Argentina had completed like 348 passes. And the result of the 348 passes was no shots.
Can you imagine that in hockey? It just wouldn't even be a thing.
Oh, I mean, and hockey is a low-scoring game. You know, baseball can be low-scoring. Football can have defensive struggles, right? Where a team looks like they have no chance of advancing the ball, but at least every time they snap the ball, there's a theoretical chance they could score on the play, right? Like that's a thing that could happen on that play. It's not even conceivable in this sport. It got to 1-0, and then they got 2 shots. Argentina finally, I guess they're pressing now, and they got 2 shots on goal, and it was like that's why the drama's there, because nothing else has occurred. So when there's only one thing to focus on, and the entire tournament turns on 1 shot in minute 108, well, yeah, there's drama, but that's not a compliment. Sorry.
There's also a lot of people betting. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of that.
You have a lot of people going, I took Argentina 1-0 or I took Spain 1-0. Because there's not going to be a lot of other, options for that.
Right.
So really, people's lives are on the line.
There was a lot.
Yeah, I guarantee you, there's a lot of money on the line.
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of money and a lot of drama. But like a friend of mine was like, yeah, I really enjoyed the World Cup. And I was like, I think you enjoyed the drama around it, right? Because there's a lot. Yeah. This is a meaningful event to a lot of people who have worked their entire lives to achieve a goal. And anytime, and I think I made this point before one of the other times we were talking about soccer, but like every 4 years, curling comes up in the Olympics, and I watch it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's drama associated with it, even though I don't care about the sport. The sport sucks. And a friend of mine was like, oh, well, I kind of liked it, like if I'm putting it up against the WNBA or NASCAR, these are his 2 examples, yeah. I'd pick soccer. And I was thinking about, this is the 2 best teams in the world. This is the best soccer can possibly be. This World Cup. Like, I'm sorry, if a random mid-season Caitlin Clark game, I'm watching that 10 times out of 10 over what I watched yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know. NASCAR, I don't watch it, but I mean, there's no chance a soccer player is going to burst into flames at all during that. I mean, there's
it's unlikely.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't do that, Dave, because they have hydration breaks to make sure that they get their water intake in.
That's true.
That's a nice little touch.
You're not going to have your commemorative Dale plates.
True.
But yeah, I don't know. I'd rather watch golf.
Yeah.
I never thought that I'd be a guy who would ever sit there and be able to watch golf. And now I've watched and been like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
I get it now. It's quiet.
A vibe. Yep.
I can be left alone. I'm like, oh, wow. He made it as a really good chip.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with it. I just think we have mistaken patriotism around the American teams. Which, like, my mental, like, when I'm soberly thinking about what I want to happen in a soccer tournament, it probably should be and is, I want America to lose because I want less coverage of soccer in America. So I want them to be bad. That being said, when I watch the actual matches, because of patriotism, just blind jingoism, I'm rooting for the Americans because I want them to win.
We could use more soccer hooligan gangs, though.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't have a lot of, like, super white soccer hooligan gangs like they do in other countries.
We tried that with the Proud Boys. I don't know. Remember
they
how that
did.
turned out.
It's a good. Well, they were mainly Cuban, but then people were saying they were white. But yeah, I mean, we don't. I'm not saying that we need skinheads walking around.
Right. Okay.
I'm just saying I've read a couple books on soccer hooligans. If they were here right now, I would totally lie to them and pretend that I loved soccer.
Oh yeah.
Very scary, scary people.
I just hate that they made this entire segment out of AI and made it sound like we didn't like soccer.
Yeah, it's a shame because if they're watching, they should know that I'm a big, big soccer fan.
Please don't burn our houses down.
I don't at all think their sport is gay. Boring.
I mean, it's just true. It's just really, really dull.
I just don't like it
as a sport. Like, I mean, I won't even go into it. I got to do a long text thread about like, here's 5 improvements for the sport, even though I watch it once every 4 years for 10 minutes. And I realize I'm totally uninformed, and I get that. I just not my culture. I don't care about it.
Give them clubs.
Clubs. That's that. There you go.
There you go.
Just bash each other over the head as you're.
Why not?
Ball. That's true.
I mean,
it's better
I
than them
realize-
faking the injury for getting stepped on.
That's true.
Again, it probably does hurt, right? Like they're pointy things on the bottom of their feet. I get it. They're cleats. But still, the amount of torturous pain they seem to all receive from these incidents. And some of them aren't even anything. They're just faking it. The NBA's got plenty of flopping too. So, but still, it's really frustrating to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you really going to get horrible? I don't know. You're not going to get like horrible side effects like an NFL player
From soccer?
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say I was watching.
I mean, what are you going to get? Like a club? I mean, I guess you're born with a club foot. I mean, yeah, you might mess up your toes.
The one I see is
You and a ballerina are going to have the same foot problems. Where somebody who plays football, that guy might kill someone or.
there's been some troubles.
Did Detroit Lion just do something?
Probably.
Yeah, like robbed. It was like in a car when somebody robbed a jewelry store or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't help who you're driving with.
No,
I mean,
that's true. I've taken many rides with people that rob jewelry stores.
I will say, I'm watching. Speaking of head injuries, it is amazing to watch them. The goalie kicks the ball 70 yards in the air.
Yes,
and the way that whole transaction is concluded is with someone jumping up to hit it with their head.
Yes.
And it just strikes me as that can't possibly be good.
Probably not. Yeah. And I mean, there is a talent. There's no doubt. I don't want to deny.
These guys are incredible athletes.
Yeah, they're great athletes. It's just not my jam.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it.
But I get why people like it.
But I'm not going to fake it. I think there's a lot of people out there who watch this, like the U.S. that's taking America by storm. It's old think. Yeah, to think that soccer is boring and it's not a great sport. I'm sorry. I don't make decisions based on whether I'm trying to match the current of today, right? Like you make decisions based on what you think is true and what you don't think is true. And in the 90s, I thought soccer sucked. And you know what? Here I am, 2026, still sucks. Yeah, there's drama. Yeah, there's personalities. Nations battling is always going to give you some sort of drama, but let's be honest about it. It's just not that good.
No, it's true. And it's the same people who liked it years ago were hipsters. Mm-hmm. And they were like, I like soccer and Pabst Blue Ribbon's the best. And you're like, no, it's not. You drink it because it's inexpensive and you want to get drunk.
Or ironic.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, you're an expert.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, is like they pretended to like it. And you thought that this was like, oh, it's a sport nobody likes, so I like it.
Yes, that was the thing at the time.
And now since DraftKings is the international banking system of America, it's shifted a little bit.
And that's I will say the betting was pretty impressive.
It's part of that. It's why Conor McGregor came back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think he wanted the money. He made like millions of dollars. I'd blow my knee out. I did it for free. In fact, I paid for the surgery.
All right, we got to take a break because we want to tell you about a 77-year-old woman in Florida with a very Florida story. That's next. In Florida, they have a system where you can, try to get a customized license plate.
Sure.
They have 130 of them last year were rejected for being too obscene.
And I know it.
How many of them were yours?
112.
Okay. All right. So there's 18 others, give or take.
I registered a car in Florida just to get the plate.
Just to get the plate, and still couldn't get it through. That's a time suck and a real failure on your part.
The bummer.
But especially when stuff like this is happening, because a 77-year-old woman, she did not get a plate that she was looking for, vanity plate. She just got a normal plate, and it was sent to her from Florida, and it read this: SQZA55. Now that might not sound like it. They usually do 3 digits on each side or 3 letters on each side.
Sure.
But when you kind of look at it, it just phonetically seems to spell squeeze ass. And you think kind of awesome in a way.
Yeah, what a happy accident if it came to my house. Of course, I did once get one that said BLWJ85, and that people kept following me home. Blowjobs.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
Again, I'm like, I don't give these away.
feel like occasionally you just feel the need to explain things that you don't
I
necessarily.
bet a lot of people are writing it down at home, and then people are going to walk by the paper going, what'd you write that down? It's a vanity plate.
Vanity plate, submitting it to Florida today. Would you like to meet this woman?
I would.
Okay, here she is. This is the 77-year-old that got squeeze ass in the mail.
I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community that's going to be 77 years old next month will be driving around with what this plate has to say. I'm kind of resigning to it, and I figured maybe it was just destined to be on my car.
So for now, Nancy's keeping the tag, although she is planning to let the state know about it. She'll see the reaction when she goes public with her new plate.
I can handle it if I get a few honks here and there. Actually, being over 70, I might like a few honks.
I love this woman, Dave.
I do too. I love that she kept it.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of honk she's talking about it. She's like, if I get goosed a few times getting out of the car at the grocery store, look, it happens.
I mean, can she file like a Me Too complaint if she does? I feel like she's kind of on television telling everybody, "Come on, give it a squeeze."
I think she is. I think she's asking for it. And I'm not saying that she's old, but she is from a generation where I don't think it was a good slap on the ass. Let her know she was doing a good job around the office.
Yeah, peps you up a little, a little pep in your step.
Yeah, just was all part of the bonus.
It's kind of the Mad Men way of life.
Yes.
I like. I like that. I will say, Dave, courts have not looked all that positively on she's asking for it as a particular.
Don't I know it? But I mean, rarely have I said, but did you see the license plate her car had?
That's true. You always said the look in her eyes, the way she's dressed.
Yeah, the way she's dressed.
Yep.
Yeah, don't wear that around the office.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, come on. If the
license plate.
And if she cut you off, it's like, of course I followed her home. It was practically an invitation.
Of course, I navigated through all those back roads of the villages to get to her place.
Come on.
Okay, we have to take a break. We have more coming up in just a moment. By the way, you can always get on board and give comments to us. We'd love that if you would do that. If you go to BlazeTV.com, BlazeTV.com, use the code Stu and Dave. You get $20 off your subscription to Blaze TV. It's BlazeTV.com, code Stu and Dave. When you're trying to lose weight, it's easy to focus on the number on the scale. But the real battle usually happens long before that in the little decisions that you make throughout the day. We talked about Taco Bell. Maybe not the greatest decision to make when you're trying to lose weight. Although, with the current news, maybe at least short term might help you. The choice
Lose a couple pounds.
It might not be pretty, but you will. The choices seem small in the moment, but over time they can make big differences. And that's why lean is a really interesting thing to think about, because this is a doctor-formulated supplement designed to support healthy weight loss by helping maintain healthy blood sugar levels, curb appetite, and encourage your body to burn stored fat for energy. Instead of relying on willpower alone, lean helps you support your body's natural processes, and it makes those everyday decisions feel a little easier. That's a big deal. And when healthy choices become easier to make consistently, reaching your goals becomes a whole lot more realistic. You can get started right now with 20% off and free rush shipping, so you can add lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. TakeLean.com. TakeLean.com. Enter the code Stu and Dave for your discount. The promo code is Stu and Dave, all one word, at TakeLean.com. Big thing coming up this weekend, July 25th in Farwell, Michigan. The Rock Michigan Red Fest. Ted Nugent's going to be there, and Dave Landau's going to be there.
That's me.
Yeah, it's a big show, and it's other comedians as well, right? Who else did you mention?
Michael Loftus.
Michael Loftus
is going to be there as well, yes.
So big show, and it's a really cool event from what I've heard. I've never actually been to it, but I've heard really good things about it.
Yes.
And that's coming up on this weekend. Then you have August 7th in Albuquerque, August 26th in Honolulu, 25th and 26th in Salt Lake. You got an Arizona date as well?
I do. It's between the August 7th and 26th one.
Just go to Arizona for a range of dates. And
that's right.
You'll see Dave.
Predictable, though. Predictable.
That
You got to pitch predictable.
Predictable, and DaveLandau.com for tickets there. We will see you tomorrow.